I'm Dan Ackerman, and we're here taking a look at the Sony Vaio E-Series. Now, Sony's Vaio laptops are always a favorite of people with a lot of aesthetic consideration when it comes to a laptop. People looking for a very design-minded laptop, and the E-Series, even though it's kind of a mid-priced Sony Vaio laptop, actually looks a lot better than a lot of other laptops in this price range. You can usually find these for about $700, maybe $600, depending on the exact configuration you get. Despite the fact that the Vaio E looks like a more expensive machine than it is a mid-price machine, and we were disappointed to find that it's got last year's version of the Intel Core i3 CPU in it. We're halfway through 2011 right now, so to get a 2010 CPU in here was a bit of a disappointment. You also feel a little bit budgetish when you're checking out the 15.5-inch screen. It's only 1366 by 768. That is about what you'd find in a mid-level 15-inch laptop or a smaller laptop, but for something that's a little more stylish, a little more high-end looking, you'd expect a slightly higher screen resolution. Now, you may be taking a look at this and going, wow, it's kind of a pearlescent white, but look at this crazy orange keyboard. That's a crazy looking design. It's actually one of Sony's very popular keyboard skins. You can just whip it off like this and actually get different colors. They run about 20 bucks. And stick them on there, and different models have their own custom-sized versions of these keyboard skins. It actually slots on very nicely, nice and tight. Typing is a little bit more difficult with the skin on just because it wiggles just the tiniest bit under your finger, but you do get used to it. We also like the touchpad a lot. It's not particularly big, but it's got this like little raised dot pattern on it that gives you just enough tactile feedback. We always do have to, on Sony laptops, however, go in and tweak the touchpad settings a little bit. There's a little scroll zone here on the right side that's just a little bit too wide for my taste, and I always end up accidentally hitting it while I'm mousing around. You do get a handful of cool extras like an eSATA port, which is always useful for hooking up a big external hard drive. And this has got Intel's wireless display built in, so if you go and get the $99 sold separately adapter box, you can plug that into a TV and just beam a video signal from this directly to your big screen TV. I'm Dan Ackerman, and that is the Sony Vaio E.